Good evening, Steve Carjanis with Students Telling It Like It Is. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We have a special show tonight. We have some young people here who will be talking about something that they're doing in their own lives, and we look forward to hearing about that. And I'm here with my co-host, David and Francisco, our producer. Thank you. Before we get started, I just want to congratulate the newly elected Board of Education members, and congratulations to them, and thank you to the outgoing Board of Ed members who have been serving on the board. We appreciate your service and your hard work over the last several years. So I also want to give a shout out to the students in Bridgeport, and particularly to the students at Blackham School, all my homies over there, Miss Igo's class and Miss Montague's class, and we appreciate you all tuning in. Also, I want to remind everybody out there that we're going to be giving away 2 gift cards, one for $25 from Sergio's Pizza, one for $25 to Terra Brazilia's restaurant on North Avenue in Bridgeport. So during the half hour, we'll be getting those out to a couple of lucky people. So go ahead. Who wants to, Mr. Gordon, you want to speak, and then David could introduce our guest.
You talking to me?
You're the only Mr. Gordon in here, man.
All right. I thought you were going to refer to me as your secretary.
My secretary, Mr. Gordon, go ahead.
I'm State.
All right, so we have a comedy routine here, so don't mind these two, you know. So we want to welcome everybody to Students Telling It Like It Is. And I'm Steve's secretary, and we're glad you tuned us in tonight.
David King, my co-host.
And David King is co-host, and I know I mentioned last week this may be my last show here. I'll be signing off at some point, and so thank you for tuning in. And we want to thank Jeff James from Ash Creek Enterprises for supporting this show. Thank you, Jeff James. Go to Ash Creek Enterprises for all your communication needs. I want to give a shout out to my friend Carney Stasola. And she wanted to take me out on a date tonight, but I told her I had to show up here. She's a little bit too young for me. She's
how old is she?
She's in her mid-80s. So
about your age.
So anyways, hello, waving to you, Mrs. Stasola. And thank you for the kiss tonight, too.
Wow.
And we have some exciting guests on tonight. In the following weeks, we'll have more exciting shows on. I want to thank all the voters who got out to vote, and for changing the course of this direction of the school board. And I'm convinced that these new members of the board will make every effort to improve the quality of life for our children in the public schools. And I was proud to be alongside of them, helping them, and the old fella here was helping as well. So, and the old guy here was too, so guy that's taken my spot. So tune us in at YouTube. You can watch our 4 videos at YouTube. Students Telling It Like It Is. You can watch the 4 documentary videos that were made about the leadership group at Central High School, the peer-to-peer leadership program that proved to be so successful. And so we're moving forward here in Bridgeport in the school system. We're gearing up to get some good things happening for the children and the students. And we've got some good people on board that are going to make that happen. So come out to the Board of Education meetings the 2nd and 4th Monday of every month. The meeting this week is going to be held on Tuesday instead of Monday because of the holiday. The meetings are located at the Aquaculture School on St. Stephen's Road. And they start at 6:30. If you want to come to speak at the public session, show up at 6:15. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. King. Is that right?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
King live.
David King on the air.
Before I introduce our first guest, I want to say hello to everybody at my job at the arena. What's up? Back home, what's up? I'm not in my suit today. The campaign is over, so I'm back to normal. Got to keep it real. But anyway, enough about me. I would like to introduce you to a young guy like myself. I mean, he got better hair than I do, but he likes to be called Alexander the Great. So, the great Alexander, take it away.
Thanks, Mr. King. Well, I'm not the great Alexander, but my name is Alex Audette. I'm a student at Southern Connecticut State University, and I'm a secondary education major studying math. So really, I want to be a high school math teacher because I want to give back to students who are really struggling in high school. And that's the mission of a company my friends and I started this summer called Iron Path. Iron Path was created to focus in and reach out to high school students who need a support system when they're struggling with their families, and to remind them that amidst the chaos of losing that accountability, that love, that respect and support, that their circumstances do not define them, and they can still be successful and have a dream and purpose, so that they won't lose themselves to whatever negative influences that can sideswipe them. We're doing this by motivational speaking. We're doing this with workshops. We have one set up at Southern Connecticut State University on November 13th, and we also are working on one this Saturday at Southern Connecticut as well. We also are developing high school leadership programs to, have students start working on their leadership skills and build that support network in case anything comes up that they need help with. This way that they can learn, build their character, develop their own family among their friends, and give back to the community, which would be beneficial so that they can really give back. It's, simply put, it's about giving back. It's about contribution, because we, the founders, as you will meet them in a few minutes, we've all experienced our own struggles, and from our struggles, we want to reach out to them and say that they can succeed. So it's that simple. We're about giving back.
Alex, you mentioned you're going to have a workshop on November 13th
That's right.
at Southern. Now, where will it be and what time so people would know about it, or how would they find out about it? Or
It's going to be at, obviously, Southern Connecticut State University in the Adante Student Center at 1 o'clock in room 201. At the Black Student Union at Southern Connecticut asked us to come speak about health and fitness, and we're going to do that and have a great presentation for about half an hour if anyone would like to attend.
Okay, so that's the 13th. That's a Saturday?
That's the upcoming Wednesday.
Oh, Wednesday. So you have on Wednesday at 1 o'clock at the Adante Center?
Adante Student Center.
Okay, it's Southern Connecticut State University. And anybody can go to that?
It's
Yeah.
open.
Okay,
Yeah.
open. And is there any cost, or do you have
Nope.
to pre-register?
This is an open workshop for anyone who would like to attend, and as many people can come as they want. We're going to be talking about health, fitness, and making the better decisions for yourself to, make improve your life with health. Like just having, for example, if you eat, one healthy meal per day, it'll add up, and you shouldn't always worry about one unhealthy meal, since like one backward step isn't going to affect your journey forwards.
So one piece of fried chicken ain't gonna kill you?
No, it will
Okay.
not give you a heart attack.
One, David, not six. Alex, quickly, do you want to share anything about your own life, obstacles you've overcome that makes you, brings you to this point where you want to help other people, or?
Of course. What happened this summer that helped inspire me to help start Iron Path was that my father passed away. My father passed away, and I was in a hard time. I had to go right back to work, and it didn't give me really a chance to process it, And now at this point, it was just me and my mom living at home, and I had to go back to school in a few weeks. So my friends and I came together. We were all eating some pizza, and we decided to make Iron Path since all of us had already lost someone or were growing up without someone. So we were all going through kind of this trauma again, but instead of wallowing in that grief, we decided to turn that grief into action by creating Iron Path to give back, like I said earlier. And it's that simple. Iron Path is about giving back and helping out the community and making our youth stronger for a better, brighter future in our schools.
Great. Sorry to hear about your loss, but it sounds like you make it into something positive. I'm sure your father would be proud of you for what you're doing.
Exactly.
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
Same for me. My condolences. And, that says a lot about you. The simple fact that most kids would have said, I'm not going to work, but you said you went right back to work. And that takes a lot of heart to do that, knowing that your father had passed away and you immediately went back to work. And most kids would have said, you know what, I can't do it. So my hat goes off to you, for
I appreciate it. And I think that a part of dealing with hard loss is not like being idle. Idle hands are the devil's playground, and allows your mind to just sit and wallow in the grief and in the past. And the present is an entirely different situation, and the future is always as bright as you want to make it. So I said to myself that I need to keep moving forward. It doesn't mean I can forget or leave behind the feelings that I have. They're still there, but I've accepted what's happened, and I've learned how to progress and let it make me stronger at the same time.
Yeah, live call-in show, 203-345-0103. 0103. I can't see the screen. So 345-0103. Maybe Theo, you want to come in now? Switch seats with Alex. All right. David, you want to introduce our next guest?
Sure. Well, as he just said, our next guest is Theo. And not from the Cosby Show, but Theo.
Well, my name is Theo Tumba. I'm a student at the University of Connecticut. And I am the CEO, president. Oh,
Hold
we
on,
have
we
a
have
caller.
a call. Yes, hello. Students telling it like it is.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Sierra, come here. Oh, my daughter told me to call this number while we watch this show, but I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Okay.
Sierra, stay on the phone. Oh, you gotta tell her like it is?
Tell it like it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see you on the TV.
Yeah, we're on the TV.
Oh, yeah. Hello? Oh, that's me and Sierra. That's me talking.
Who?
Who?
Oh, my name is Laura Lockhart.
Laura Lockhart?
Laura Lockhart, yes.
Laura Lockhart, hi.
Hi.
Hi, how
Thanks
you
for
doing?
calling. Somebody you know too?
Hi, and me and my daughter, Sierra Galbert from Blackham School.
Oh, okay. Yeah, one of my
cool.
homies. Well, thank you for calling. Do you have any questions or comments for our guest today?
Why you got them glasses on?
Stevie Wonder.
Just kind of like my thing, you know. I
Yeah,
just
what
like
you hiding from, yo? Tell it like it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
chill
it
with
is.
that.
I like to keep it real. I mean, that's just my style. It's no big deal, you know. All my homies back home, that's how we roll. You know, we wear sunglasses 24/7.
Yeah, if you from the port, if you keeping it like it is, take off them shades.
All right, well, call back after 9. You can get his number.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you for calling. Okay, good night. Go ahead, Theo.
Well, as I was saying before, my name is Theo Tumba. I am a student, sophomore at the University of Connecticut. I am the CEO of Iron Path. So when you hear Iron Path, as Alex explained before, I don't know what goes through your mind as the audience. Iron Path. What is Iron Path? Well, when we sat down and kind of talked about Iron Path and kind of came up with the name and, you know, the analogy behind it, what it stands for is, you know, through life, and like the analogy that I usually use is like, you know, you're in high school, you're a freshman in high school, and, you know, all you're thinking is about like graduating. That's all you want to, because you're, you know, in the bottom of the food chain. And, you know, Iron Path is, you know, your path of, you know, not just getting there, getting to graduation, but the skills that you built, you know, that's your iron, that's your will that drives you, like keeps you moving forward to succeed. So that is what Iron Path means to me. And, you know, my colleagues have different meaning of what Iron Path means, but what we're doing is, you know, helping students and giving back to our community. And we're doing what we love to do. We love helping people.
And Theo, is there something you want to share about what brought you to want to do this, and
Well,
experience of your own life? Or
yeah, like Alex, my father passed away, you know, 2 days before my graduation, in June of 2012, June 6th. So it was a really hard time, and, you know, it was heartbreaking. It was hard to deal with everything because, you know, it's the summer before college. There was so much things going on family-wise, and, you know, it was hard to deal with it, but the way I dealt with it, just like Alex, you know, I honestly focused on all the positive things in my life. And, you know, what my father always wanted me to do is make something of myself and to give back to my community. And Bridgeport is my community. I am a Bridgeport native, and that's what we're doing. This is what I love to do, and this is what my friends love to do.
Well, I'm impressed, and I'm sure our audience is very impressed with these young people here who want to become leaders in our community, want to give back to the community, and I look forward to working with people like Theo and Alex and Anthony, and because these are the people we need to get behind, because these are our future leaders, and they have the energy, the youth, the determination. So I'm really pleased to have them here and having them speak. And if people in the community have ways that they can utilize their skills and get them out in front of students, which we're going to do, this would be great. And maybe Anthony, did you want to speak now? And
Yeah, sure.
oh, okay. Go
How's
ahead.
everybody doing? My name's Anthony Wynn, and I'm the Executive Vice President of Iron Path. And like what my colleague said, our goal is to help kids and also teens just achieve their true potential. Growing up in Bridgeport, that we were all told that we'll never make it because we're from this city and that we're lower than everybody else, and that's completely untrue. I grew up with some of the most talented people in Bridgeport, and Theo, being one of my friends, was one of the most talented guys I've ever met, And while in Iron Path, like for me, I drew a lot of inspiration from the leadership group, which was ran by Mr. Carjanis and Mr. Dave Gordon in Central. They gave me a place where through my darkest times, I had a place where I could feel at home and feel safe and feel loved, and that's what. And that's the type of environment that we want to give to kids and teens out there as well. Our goal isn't to make a buck off of anybody, but it's to give back. And this company is only like one way for me to do it. After college, I'm planning on becoming a police officer and using that as a means to give back to my community as well. So, if anybody out there is interested, please feel free to contact us.
Now, is there a website or is there some way to contact you gentlemen,
Yes.
or-
There's a website. It's www.ironpath.org, and all our information's on there. And also, number to contact us is 203-690-9338, and that's our direct line. Kind of visit our website and get to know our program and what we do. And we're also on Facebook, Iron
Okay,
Path.
hold on, Theo. We have a call. Hello, students telling it like it is. Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Fine. It's Sierra Galworth again. And Laura Lockhart.
Yes. Hi.
I was listening to y'all because y'all was talking. You can hear me?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all was talking about a lot of passing away. I heard the two guys. Like the guy that was just talking about his father passed away.
Yes. Do you have a comment or a question?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Sierra's father passed away this year, February 1st, 2013.
Sorry to hear that. Wow.
And, yeah, and it's like a shaky year for us. And when you were talking about your father, and he wanted you to accomplish a lot of stuff in life and stuff, like Sierra, we live in Bridgeport, we live on Capitol Avenue, and we used to live on Beachmont, but Blackham is a good school. So I always wanted her to go to that school because her father said that's a good school. And the guy up there, the one with the glasses on, the one that was just talking, when he said a lot of people think because we from Bridgeport and we can't achieve nothing. Like you said, baby, tell it like it is. It doesn't matter where you from or where you at. You can achieve anything you want to. All you gotta do is put your mind to it.
That's right.
And
You're-
God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
your support.
Thank you
That's
so
what I
much.
wanted to say.
Thank you. I
Thanks.
appreciate you calling in and supporting these young men.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
You have a good night. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, there's some support from the community, and if other people want to call, make comments, ask these young gentlemen any questions, feel free to do so now. Also, I'll give the second caller a $25 gift card to Sergio's Pizza on Madison Avenue. Here's caller number 1. Hello, Students Town Like It Is.
Hey, what's up, Parjan? This is Jesse.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up, man? I'm just chilling. I'm seeing my boys Theo and Anthony making a difference in the community.
Jesse.
Yo, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Jesse, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm really glad to see that there's actually someone out there like me that cares about the community, yo. I really like that so much.
Well, there are people like you, Jesse. You be out here fighting for the community all the time.
Yeah, I know, but I wouldn't expect Theo and Ant to be doing the same thing I'm doing, man.
You're not alone, man.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Yeah. So yeah, it just put a smile on my face, and we all gotta hang out some more, discuss ideas and put things together, man.
Definitely, great.
Definitely.
Yeah, I have you on
should.
Facebook, man. I'll contact you tonight. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna be on Facebook. Just hit me up, and Theo, you got my number, so just hit me up. And
Yeah, I will. All right.
Jesse, a little bad news for you. Gordon picked up your check, but he spent it already.
Filth.
He was a little light on the, paying the bills this month. So, sorry, man.
Well, he's gonna have to get my money back somehow.
Yeah, we'll
He's gonna have
work.
to work the streets for me.
All right, Jesse. Hey, maybe we'll see you at the meeting next week. You coming?
Definitely, man.
Tuesday
I gotta
night.
come through,
Tuesday night, you can roll up with us.
All right, Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's Tuesday because Monday's a holiday.
All right, cool.
All right,
All right.
Jesse. Good hearing
Yeah,
from you, man.
bye.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you,
Have a
Jesse.
good night. Yeah, bye.
Okay.
Okay, next caller is get a $25 gift card from Sergio's Pizza. Next caller. Okay. Any other thoughts, gentlemen? Anything else you wanted to mention? I thought you were talking about Facebook. How can people reach you on Facebook?
Oh.
Here's a second call. Hello. Go ahead, Students Town Like It Is.
Yep, that's us again. Sierra Gallagher.
Not you again.
Say hi, Sierra.
Hi.
Hello.
Say hi, Sierra. Say hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
All right.
All right, you want a $25 gift card to Sergio's Pizza.
Say thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Say good night. Good night.
Sweet.
Goodbye, Sarah. Okay, good. Alex, did you have some comments?
Well, actually, I wanted to talk about the positive feedback that Iron Path has been receiving. I was actually invited out to a business conference in California, and I like to just talk a bit about how this is a large thing that we're trying to do. We're starting in Bridgeport because we see there is a need. I actually grew up in Norwalk, so I didn't go to Central, and I'm glad that Theo and Anthony can really connect. But I've seen it. It's really changed my life too, because I've seen that. I went to California. I was in Los Angeles for a business conference with other youth, and half of the conference was standing up and talking to me about experiencing the same things at home, that they were struggling, and that it was really hard for them to stand up and go to high school and get their education, continue on to college. And I think it is important that we do continue to spread that message that whatever happens to you, you define your future, and that you are as great as what you want to be, because how you think will be a projection of how you will be. So if you think you're great, you're going to be great. That's the truth, though.
And what about Anthony mentioned earlier, he was a member of the leadership group at Central High School, and that was something that was inspirational for him. I'm wondering, Theo and Alex, substance abuse in the past, something that you struggled with at all, going through losses of your father and those kind of things. I mean, did that become at any point some kind of a issue for you? Or
I think that's something I struggled with. I struggled with being really soft. I was kind of a crybaby when I was in middle school, you know? And I think that it was just weird because I was just so numb to everything, and anything would set me off. The tears would roll down. It was really sad. And now I look back, and I think the point that I turned around was my first tryout at soccer practice at Notre Dame Fairfield. I was waiting to receive the ball, and it knocked me square in the forehead, and I cried in front of the whole team. But that was good though, 'cause it was the point where I decided that I can't take this anymore. I got involved in high school. I got my grades up, and and look at me now. I'm a CFO of Iron Path, and I think that's my personal story that I want to speak to students about making the decision to yourself to be great and sticking to it.
So that was a turning point for you.
Yeah.
At any time during your high school or college, did you turn to substance use as a crutch or to help you through anything? Or
No, but I really got mad at myself a lot because one of my friends was severely depressed, and he would always call me to talk about how he was struggling and how he would abuse himself and hurt himself. And one night he actually did call me. It was just a regular night. I was doing some algebra homework, and he called me. He said, "Alex, I'm standing on top of a bridge right now. Yeah, talk to me." And I was shocked. I was completely shocked and blown away. And I talked to him, and I said the same issues that I'm saying now, that you got to remember to love yourself and remember that the future is as bright and as great as you want it to be. That as soon as you put your foot forward and start walking on your journey towards success and making a difference, it's everything will start clicking and it'll all fall into place. And I talked to him off the bridge. I won't say his name obviously, but he's doing very well right now. And I would get mad at myself a lot because I felt that often I didn't succeed in making someone else life better.
No, it's a great story, and obviously you're a good friend, and you helped that friend that day. I'm sure I'll
Exactly.
always appreciate that. How about you, Theo? Any point in time did you turn to substance use or use that as a way to cope when your father died, or struggling in high school or anything like that?
No, honestly, I was just very depressed. And the way I kind of basically got past that depression is I read my dad's journal. So kind of he kept, as you know, in college he kept a journal. When he came here to the USA in like 1998, he always wrote in his journal. And what gave me strength was how he lived his life. And through everything he faced, he got stronger, and reading his experience is kind of like me reading his life and kind of like living his life through his words. And that gave me strength and made me the person who I am today.
Wow, nice. All right, so we have 1 minute. We have an interviewer who wants to call in, ask these gentlemen any questions or make a comment about things they've said. They've talked about a lot of very powerful things and very personal things in their lives that have helped them be who they are today and be successful in life. And so if you have any questions or comments, thoughts, we'd certainly like to hear them.
Or if you want to question my sunglasses, please do feel free to question me with my
If you want to
sunglasses.
mess with David, yeah. Yeah, students tell it like it is.
Hello?
Hi.
This is me.
Who's me?
Yes, me.
This is Tyler from Blackman School. Hi, Mr.
Hi,
Cardenas.
Tyler. How are you?
Hey, Tyler.
Do you have any questions or comments for our guest tonight? We're down to a few seconds.
Well, I do got a question. Well, actually I don't. But it's just that I'm watching your show and I really like it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for calling, Tyler. We appreciate your support.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Thank you, Tyler.
Okay, so we're going
Hi,
to...
Mr. Cardenas.
Good night, Tyler. Thank you. Okay, we're going to have to wrap up now, and we want to thank again our guests for coming. They did a great job, and please go to their website, Iron Path, and find out more about them, and you'll be seeing more of them in the community. We'll be trying to get them involved and do things in the schools and all that. So we really appreciate them coming on, And have a good night. We'll see you next week.